Do I have a kiddish mic? Where's my kiddish mic?
What?
My kiddish mic.
I thought that it's in place. So this one goes to the kiddish, and this one goes to me? No. So where's the kiddish one? That makes no sense. Here we go. I will need to beg him to come here and fix it. Does this have battery?
Check, check, check.
Okay, I'm going to check this one.
Does that work? Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Yeah, that seems to work too. Okay. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Nice to see everyone here this evening. Is this on at all? Yeah, okay, good. Oh, yeah, I'm getting 50-50 on that side of the room. Okay. It feels a little turned down. So, thank you, Iris. Yes. Did everyone have a nice Passover so far? Been having a nice Passover? Yes, yes. Nice Seders for everybody? Yes. Whoa, now we're really going up. Good? Yeah. Yeah. Better. Thank you. So I'm glad we had a nice Passover so far. A few days left to go. Anyone getting creative with matzah yet, or is it too early still? Too early. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can feel that. Right now the matzah is going down okay with a little butter, a little tuna fish, a little egg salad, all that good stuff. Okay, well, there is a really interesting and wonderful Passover tradition that during this holiday we read from Shir HaShirim, which is known as the Song of Songs or the Song of Solomon. And yeah, I know you're very excited about it. Karen and and Gary, amongst others, do Bible study on Tuesday, so we studied it this past week. It's a very interesting scroll. It's a lot of poems about love and springtime, and so the rabbis say during Passover, which is about spring, and it's about the love between God and the people of Israel, that we read this book. And so we're going to not read the book tonight. We'll spare you from that one. You can read it at home if you'd like. We're going to sing a few songs inspired by Song of Songs. And so I'm going to turn it over to Iris as we begin our service with our first song from Shir HaShirim.
Kol doti dofek
Let's all turn and greet our neighbors and say Shabbat Shalom. And we say Shabbat Shalom to our folks at home and Chag Sameach. Hi, Benji. We're going to continue with another song from Shir HaShirim called
Dodili. I believe that it's on page 129. Let's see if we can all sing it together. Yes, it is 129. Big book.
We turn back to page 120 as we welcome Shabbat with the lighting of candles and with Kiddush. We ask to come forward Rachel and Ray Sepko. Let's all rise together for candles and Kiddush.
Their brightness reminds us of generations of Israel who have kindled light. So may we, in our own day, among those who kindled light.
We turn out to page 122 and 123 for Kiddush.
Vayi erev vayi boker yom hashishi. The heaven and the earth were finished in all their array. On the seventh day God finished the work that God had been doing, and God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch shanu b'mitzvotav.
L'chaim. We can take our seats. We're on page 124. Excuse me. In the middle of page 124, let's continue responsively. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. Together, all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this synagogue
Be for all who enter.
the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
We're going to continue now on page 146 as we rise together for the Baruch Hu, our call to worship. So let's rise together. Please be seated. We're on page 149 as we continue at the top of the page together. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. On page 150. Let's rise together. Please be seated. On page 154, we continue with Via Hafta. את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה
אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו שותפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך בשעריך למען תזכרו עשיתם את כל מצוותיי, הייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני, אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני, אדוני אלוהיכם. Amen. On page 157 at the top of the page, appropriate for our Passover holiday. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot. Together, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. On the next page, Mi Chamocha. We turn now to page 160 as we continue with Hashki Venu, asking God to protect us on our journey through life. And now on page 162, we join together a song for Shabbat, Yismechu. On page 165, in the middle of the page, as we prepare for the Amidah. Prayer invites God's presence to fuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city, but prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. Let's rise together for the Amidah HaTefilah, beginning on page 164 through page 170.
Please be seated. We're on page 173. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. Together, may all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day, and may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. On page 175. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadcha be'ira na'avod. On page 177, let's continue together at the top of the page. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shemcha olecha na'eh lehodot. On page 178, a prayer for peace, Shalom Rav. We now turn to page 371 as our thoughts turn to our loved ones who are in need of healing, whether they are in need of physical, spiritual, or mental healing. We take them into our hearts this time of prayer. We're going to join together in the middle of the page, Misha Berach.
Oh
We're thinking of at this time Pat Adamson, Raymond Douglas Alcorn, Aiden John Ashley, Dr. Marty Bilo, Frankie Clement, Evan Bin, Ann Cole, Mark Edelstein, Mickey Edelstein, Benjamin Edelstein, and Brian Edelstein, Danielle Heyman Feist, Eric Fisk, Philip Gelman, Bob Gold and Carolyn Gold, Jennifer Gousset, Barbara Green and Buddy Green, Marvin Hollander, Lori Cattleman, Stuart J., Hank Corin, Wendy Sugarman Krosnoff, Robert Jaffe, Michael Lynch, Dolores Munsick, Ruth Polar, Lee Siegel and Stacy Siegel, Dr. Cindy Steinman, Fred Truax, Pete Tanner, Cheryl Mattis, and Elsa Mikosh. If there's anyone else we're thinking of this evening, those who we are going to wish a refuah shlema, complete healing of body, mind, and spirit, please speak their name as my eyes meet yours.
Christy Lane puts her whole family, Megan Bell, Susie Altner, Ragnar Altner, Amanda Ford, and Sam Baker Chow. Dr. Joseph.
Taking all these names into our hearts of those that are being mentioned at home, we continue as we pray. We continue with Tefillat Halev, the prayer of the heart. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. So, Passover, one of my favorite holidays. I love the fact that we're able to come together with our family, our friends, our synagogue community, and learn about the story of the Exodus from Egypt, that journey from slavery to redemption to liberation. And one of the central themes, aspects of the holiday of Passover is that we're supposed to ask questions, right? We have the 4 questions from the Haggadah, Ma nishchana halayla hazeh, why is this night different than all other nights? We learn about the matzah and the moror, why we're dipping our vegetables, and why we're reclining. And the rabbis teach us, those are like the 4 questions that sort of are part of the Seder, but there's always room for more questions. And so I thought tonight we'll do it a little bit differently, a little bit of a different idea, because we're here as a community, and it's a good time to ask questions and answer them, not only hearing from me, but hearing from y'all, hearing from each other a little bit. We did this once before, and so we're going to try it again. We're going to actually split up into groups. You can sort of stick around your seating area if you would like, but try to get to groups of like 4 or 5 in that area, and sort of talk to each other about these questions to learn a little bit maybe more about each other, right? That's how we build communities. We ask questions of each other. We learn about each other, right? And we can dig a little deeper into the Passover story and how it relates to us today. So hopefully everyone got this daf, or at least someone in your group has this daf that we have outside. So that would be helpful, or else you might be in trouble. We might have to share a little bit, but I think we'll be all right. And for those of you watching at home, if you have your spouse there, some kids, someone else in the room, you can ask questions as well. Even Sandy's going to join, so that's spectacular. And so for those of you at home, I will just read these out. What are our plagues? We read in the Haggadah that God sent 10 plagues upon Pharaoh and the Egyptians. What are our contemporary plagues that we are reminding us to cherish our freedom? What enslaves you today? We were slaves in Egypt. What enslaves you today? What is your matzah? What is the most essential to you today? What would you be taking along with you? And why? In this dark age, whatever it is, of endless choice, what are your reasons for celebrating Passover in a world of choice? So please, take a few minutes, chat it up a little bit. Okay, let's take about 2 more minutes and then we'll rejoin. Yeah, I wish. I wish. Okay, everybody, we are just about there. Thank you so much for participating in the discussion. Hope you learned a little about your friends and neighbors and community members here. Had some really good, fruitful discussion. Did anyone have a favorite question out of the bunch? Or were they all just so awesome that you can't pick one? Yeah. All good. Okay, I'm glad that we had a good discussion. And may we continue to have great discussions and learn more about each other, not only on Passover, but for every day, every week, every month. We can always talk together and learn something new. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. On page 586, let's rise together for Aleinu. Take our seats. We're on page 597. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost. The martyrs are people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We are thinking of those who died during this last year: Mary John Resch, Liesel Schick, Linda Laban Slavinsky, Jay Roth, Fran Brickman, John Conway, Michael Vereb, Janice Lederer, Bernice Lipman, Eric Adler, Ezra Bobo, Richard Corwin, Dr. Sonia Linke, and Barbara Finkel. And we think of those who died at this season in years past: Ida Abrams, Jackie Applefield, Pauline Levine Banks, Harry Borowski, Edeltraub Trudy Kleiman, Hyman Cohen, Amelia Davis, Arthur Goldman, Julius Gordon, Rosalind Greenberg, Louis Halperin, Morris Hoffman, Elsie Judson, Daniel Aaron Caden, William A. Klein, Ray Klinger, Mr. Nathan Kornblilt, Philip Charles Levinson, Sonia Levin, Samuel Lovitz, Walter Martin Lynn, Simon Marks, Milton A. Mason, Hans Mayer, Samuel Mensch, Elaine Miller, Irvin Nicole, Betty Alpert Novros, Sally Nussbaum, Lauren M. Pollock, E. David Rosenberg, Joseph Rund, Phyllis Shapek, Hazel G. Stein, Henry E. Supowit, Martin Van Posnack, and Peter Zumberg. Is there anyone else observing a yurt site saying Kaddish for any reason? People who have passed away?
Yeah, Christy Lane and her whole family and her dog that we put down last Monday.
Sorry to hear that. Let's rise together on the next page. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, bi'alma devra cherutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam l'almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei l'kudisha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran b'yalma v'imru amen. Yehei shloma Rabbah min shemaya, v'chaim alinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, alenu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to Israel, and all of the world. As together we say, Amen. Please be seated. It's now my pleasure to invite up one of our co-presidents, Sandy Sunter, for a few announcements.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody here in our sanctuary, and Shabbat Shalom for everybody at home. Thank you for that time with some of our congregants, Rabbi. I really enjoyed that. We really did some deep thinking. I appreciated that. Thank you. And thank you, Iris, for our music. And thank you, Heather, for streaming tonight. Just a couple things. Biggest things is our TBI Gala that is coming up on April the 29th. This is our 74th anniversary celebration. It's also going to be our opportunity to honor Barbara Bloom, who worked here many years and had a great impact on our synagogue. It is going to be a very fun evening. It starts at 6 o'clock. It's going to be an evening of dining and dancing and honoring Barbara, as we said, and some other surprises as well. The tickets are $75. That will include a lovely meal and adult beverages and all kinds of drinks and desserts. So please go online and RSVP for this. If you're interested in sponsorships are still available. If you'd like to buy a table and have all of your friends and family, you're welcome to do that. So please, on the back of your supplement, you do have a number to call if you'd like to make some of those other arrangements. Sooner than that is April the 16th is our Sheila Weinstock Mitzvah Day. Please sign up for Mitzvah Day. We are needing people and volunteers this year. The check-in is at 9 o'clock on that Sunday morning. Our projects will be from like 9:30 to 12:30. And then we'll have lunch that's provided for us is 12:30 to 2. There are some interesting kinds of things. I'm going to go and literally clean the Pinella streets. That's what I'm going to do this year. I want to be outside. But opportunity to make blankets, some bracelets, to cook a meal for one of the fire stations that is listed. Of course, we're back with our peanut butter and jelly making to make hundreds and hundreds of sandwiches, which also reminds me, please, we are still looking for peanut butter and jelly and bread. Now we're going to be needing to get some bread. So, anybody? Huh? After Passover. I'm sorry. After Passover. Yeah, well, I'm probably like it, but when the people we give it to may not appreciate it. No, it would be after Passover. So please, again, look on your e-blast or call in the temple and volunteer to come in and do Mitzvah Day. We've always had a wonderful time doing Mitzvah Day. And one last thing tonight is just on April the 24th, it's a Monday evening at 7 p.m. This is open, free to the community. And it says, love is love. Are you looking for more resources on how to be a better ally and advocate for the LGBTQ community? So we're having the LGBTQ 101 at Temple B'nai Israel on that Monday night, the 24th. It is free. It's in partnership with Keshet. And for this fun and informative session, it is geared towards us supporting you. So again, please RSVP, call the temple, and RSVP for that. That should be a wonderful evening of sharing and learning. Did Yom Ha'atzmaut, I didn't bring the Yom Ha'atzmaut one. We do have the Yom Ha'atzmaut coming, correct, Rabbi? Okay, and what's the date? It's on the table. Look for Yom Ha'atzmaut. That's
26th, whatever the last Wednesday is.
okay, and that is going to be a wonderful celebration as well. It'll be combined. We're going to bring people together to come and celebrate that holiday. I really didn't have any words of wisdom, so I had to come up tonight with a little bit of a confession, I guess. So my confession is this. My ability to remember song lyrics from the 80s far exceeds my ability to remember why I walked into the kitchen in the first place. Shabbat Shalom.
I also wanted to take a moment to thank Sandy for all of her great work at our second night Seder. We had it was only yesterday? Goodness, it was only yesterday. She did a fantastic job organizing everything and the food and the whole setup, so she did a really wonderful job. So thank you, Sandy, for all of that great work. And great charoset, too. She made the charoset. And I also wanted to mention, we didn't get the email blast earlier today. It wasn't on the Kaddish list, so I apologize. But Rosemary Buckwalter, wife of Rick Buckwalter, who's on the board of directors, her mom passed away recently, and so the funeral services are going to be taking place in May. But we send our condolences to Rick and Rosemary if they're watching, but wanted to mention that to the community of this loss. And so we send our condolences to them and their family. With all that said, let's finish with a little music, a little Shir HaShirim. The Omer counting, yes, we missed the Omer counting, that's right. Where is that in the prayer book? What? No, what page in the prayer book is that, do we know?
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, I got it. On page 570, thank you, Jackie. The counting of the Omer is a tradition to count every day from Passover to Shavuot as we walk to Sinai to get the Ten Commandments after we are freed from Egypt. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirat hayomer hayom yom sheni. It's our second day of the Omer, making 2 days and 0 weeks of the Omer, right? And so we are in day 2. Thank you for that. Yes. It's a count up, not a countdown. Count up. Yes. Thank you. Okay.
And with the other traditions of Passover, as in the 3 regalim, we read and chant and sing from scrolls. The scroll of Passover is Song of Songs, Shir HaShirim, which we incorporated songs throughout this entire evening from, and we'll finish back on page 129, please open it, with Kol Dodim. Very simple, beautiful song. Hark, the beloved comes leaping over the mountains, bounding over the hills. And here it goes. I think some of you might know it. Kol Dodi, Kol Dodi, Kol Dodi, Nezebah. That's right. Kol Dodi, Kol Dodi, Kol Dodi, Nezebah. Yeah, nice. Kol Dodi, Kol Dodi, Kol Dodi, Nezebah. And I'm going to continue. Medaleg al ההרים, מקפץ על הגבעות. I said again. מדלג על ההרים, this is leaping over the mountains, מקפץ על הגבעות. מדלג על ההרים, מקפץ על הגבעות. מדלג על ההרים, מקפץ על הגבעות. קול דודי, קול דודי, קול דודי, נזבה. קול דודי, קול דודי, קול דודי, נזבה. And fast. קול דודי, קול דודי, קול דודי, נזבה. קול דודי, קול דודי, קול דודי, נזבה. חג שמח.
Chag Sameach. It's all